welcome to my face. Today, friends, we'll be taking a Technicolor marshmallow plunge into a mighty Autobot leader lorry with the soul of an Optimus, the balls of a Rodimus, and the durability of a post-Galvatron Starscream. It's Thunderclash, ho! Or rather, it's Thunder! Thunderclash! Hooker. So Thunderclash, or Thunder Clash, was one of the early 90s apparently everywhere but America exclusive Turbo Masters, who were the Autobot counterparts of my beloved Predators, and hailed from the peculiar G1 epilogue that's come to be known as G1.5, which I'm sure I've already explained a few times because I love it. And the Turbo Masters were ostensibly an attempt to return to the original Autobot formula of several cars and a truck, but by this point the Transformers had already exhausted the whole conceit of robots in disguise. Instead, it kind of seemed like they were seeing what was left to wring out of robot car people who can do cool shit. And Thunderclash was in many ways the man of the moment, boasting a gleefully hideous shell suit palette and a glowingly positive character sheet that reads like he wrote it himself, which IDW called him out on years later by writing him as an improbably amazing adventure ponce. But as a toy, Thunderclash is very clearly just Optimus Prime through a lens of pure 1992. I mean, the truck cab alone kind of says it all. Like, this decadent Decatora design just goes straight for the nads, man. It's all angles and chunk. It kind of comes off like Prime's classic alt mode with an animated chin. I'm always a sucker for a hot pink windscreen. And seriously, check out that righteous Autobot coat of arms and tell me you don't want it tattooed across your face. Bonus kudos for the recessed golden greeblies, and honestly, it's so refreshing to meet someone with such a proactive approach to branding. And true to form, the trailer's loaded up with 500 metric buttloads of absolute visual overload. I mean, first of all, it's primarily blindingly white with a yarf-inducing grab bag of oversaturated colours, ranging from this unreal hyper teal neon attack to Romero's zombie headshot red to a soft duck egg blue, plus it's rocking what appear to be two massive jet engines, and this ridged mechanical spine of indeterminable purpose, and these bombs, they're just bombs, aren't they? Plus it says Transformers on it, in giant letters, 4 times! And I sort of love that. I mean, part of me's always kind of preferred this version of the logo, plus it kind of seems like they tried to pull off the classic Optimus trailer lines, but foregoing all the subtlety. I mean, I'd only be half surprised if it transformed into one of those sketchy travel and fairground rides. Like, all it really needs is a faint smell of bathed up candy floss and a bad hand-painted mural of a Shrek with human lips. But let me be absolutely clear that these are all good things. Thunderclash's truck mode is one serious carnival juggernaut that can't steer. It's like a party on wheels, and everyone's throwing up. Transformation's a fun explode and collapse variation on the old Optimus classic where he punches through his own chest like an absolute hero. So extra. Now, I don't think to this day there's ever been a robot that was more style over substance. I mean, he doesn't do anything. He's just a total inflexible, motionless, mono-leg having ass brickmeister. He somehow does even less than Optimus. Like, at least Prime had shoulders and knees, despite coming out a decade earlier. Thunderclash just oozes privilege. Like, you really think you can take the place of Optimus Prime with just elbows and looks? You really think you can win us over just because you're pretty? Because the answer's yes. Seriously, this guy just emanates big dick energy. Check out the gleaming white outfit presenting that crest front and center. Look at the blazing pink eyes and the stoic, earnest face worthy of a god. The Golden God. This man dispenses the looks. Compared to him, you are nothing. But compared to Skyquake, he is stumpy. Dry run for Fort Max. So I think El Jefe Supremo here was only about the 4th full-size tractor-trailer transfella, and it was kind of on him to mix it up from the traditional strangely utilitarian repair bay or boss-ass power armor or both but clunkier. So you kind of can't blame him for getting nuts with it. This is fully my jam, mama, because here's the thing, I don't really like base modes. I generally find them a bit boring and just wildly incompatible with my review style. I'm on my knees right now. But this isn't a base. I mean, look, there's nowhere to hang out and get fixed up or have a sit-down and an emergency Red Bull. It's just all impossibly steep ramps and a giant doomsday weapon operated from a precarious tiny shelf. This is just one giant rickety death temple with the express purpose of shooting suckers. Sort of like Rodimus's one, but way more extreme and, you know, not shit. So the weapon itself is a gravity-powered tumble-down top-loader, and it's a little bit wonderful. Like, the launchers are mounted here at foot level, which, how would you aim that? This is just such a weird setup, man. Like, the launchers themselves are super unusual, with like these spring-loaded pullback plungers, which, who else uses that? And check it out, the missiles just bimble on down and reload by themselves. Physics, bitch! This is just the bomb, man. I mean, I'm still pretty lukewarm on trailers and bases in general because space is a factor in my life, but as they go, this is pretty gnarly. Weapons interesting and innovative, the guy's got somewhere to go and stand comfortably and make Skyquake look a knob, secondary non-functioning doggy dick Midgar cannon, and, light piping in all 3 modes. Tight piping. But fabulous and frivolous as he may be, Thunderclash does have a tragic side, because sadly he's massively susceptible to the slow-motion built-in self-destruct death sentence that is gold plastic syndrome! Have we talked about this in detail? Because I tend to assume people know about it, but okay, for the layman. So a lot of 90s Transformer figures were made from this gloriously gaudy gold-coloured plastic, which, yes, looks dope as shit, but as a material, not great. Like, there was something off about the polymer that meant that after a couple of years it had just crumbled to bits. So there were a lot of laser rods and transmetals and, sadly, Skyquakes and Thunderclashes that just never made it out the 20th century. And indeed, it seems this old boy's not long for this world. Like, the robot's very disturbingly rattly. And wouldn't you know it, both joints on this rocket launcher have cracked apart. It's already begun, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm just gonna have to sit here and watch it get worse and worse until he decays into a husk. So it goes. Honestly, you're probably better off just getting the Machine Wars Optimus Prime repaint. But, I mean, boring. But there is definitely something special about knowing that he won't be around forever. It's just a reminder that all things in life are transitory, so you gotta carpe that DM while the carpin's still bonham. And honestly, getting to spend any amount of time with a complete Thunderclash is an honour and a delight. Because make no mistake, man, this is a spectacular toy. An irresistibly ostentatious slice of G1 bricky bravado dressed up like an ITV game show studio. So here's to you, Thunderclash. You beautiful disaster. Absolutely mythic.
Be sure to subscribe for more Thew's awesome Transformers reviews. Limited appeal, keeping it real.